Alright, boys, today we'll be talking about CC and how to get a lot of it, because on my last 3 videos, and just in general actually, I get a lot of comments of like, oh, how does your Rimuru or your Milim or your Meliodas or your Ban have XYZ, like let's say, oh, how do they have like 17k attack but they still have like 210k health or something? When I run my unit on attack crit, they have like 15k attack and like 150k health, right? So that's why I want to cover it in this video just once and for all. I made another CC guide like ages ago, but this is going to be an updated one, because now we have 90, we have SA6, right? I don't think we'll get a higher level cap. I know that 120 thing has been leaked sorta, but I don't think it's real or it's gonna happen at all. So I think this is the cap. So I think this is a good time to make the video. So first thing first, let's just like get the basics out the way first. For good CC, you want to have your unit level up to 90, right? Obviously levels make a huge difference in CC. And then you want to have them super awakened 6, right? Before you have them super awakened 6, then you shouldn't be complaining about CC. Super awakening gives you a ton of stats. I mean, I'll show it real quick on like this Diane. Let's say if I go to this Diane, and I go to super awakening, right? Super awakening just gives you low stats, right? All across the board, whatever you do. If you're just here for box CC, SA1, SA3 give you a good chunk. SA2 not so much, because SA1, 3, and 5, is it? Yeah, 5 are the ones that give you, well, supposed to give you the most like stats. This one gives you more than this because the other basic stats. Because if you don't know, the way CC works, the basic stat formula is all of your attack, 100% of your attack goes into CC, right? Then 80% of your defense. That's why defense is such a like negligible stat. Also, it doesn't do that much in battle. And then 20% of your health. Not even though it's only 20% of your health, 20% of your health still is always a lot more than both your attack and defense, which is why HP defense sets are always the ones that give you the most CC. But yeah, that's the basic formula: 100% attack, 80% defense, 20% of your health. And then your subsets also count for it, but they're not that important. They do a little bit, but it's really hard to calculate them. That's why I think no one's done it ever, because it's so hard to check. You'd have to do such specific, like remove this piece of gear and then calculate all this together to like get the answer. It's annoying, so no one's done it. Anyway, that's one. That's one. You want to have your units leveled up, and you want to have them level 90. SA6, right? That's currently the max we can have. Okay, so that's good, right? You've done this. Good job. You've done almost half of it. The next thing is ultimate level. For each ultimate level past 1, you get 400 CC, so you get 2k total at 6.6, which is just a nice CC buff. Like without this, Rimuru would be at 62k, right? And I wouldn't be happy, because I think 64k, that's when you start becoming a real unit on HP defense. Before 64k, it's rough. The next thing is outfits. They're very important. Now they're a lot less free to play friendly, I'd say personally, unless you're building certain units. And you can get their outfits over time, that's fine. But most of the time, especially on launch of a unit, you kind of just sit there with a weaker version. You can't do anything about it unless you spend, right? Which I hate the system in Grain Cross. I hate that you have to spend for outfits, and I hate that they're so expensive. It's like almost $20 on JP. No global packs, like slightly different price, but it's probably like almost the same. It's like almost $20 just for one outfit set. It should be like $6 or something, $6 or $7 max for one outfit set. Or you should be able to pay 20 and you get all the outfits of a character, I think personally. But it is what it is, bro. We fall into the green at Marble Trap. We can't help it. Anyway, outfits just give you basic stats and some substats, right? So they end up just accumulating a lot of CC. Like for my weapons right now, okay, well I can't. Yeah, I'm getting 838 just base CC from my weapons, and all these subsets as well. But 838, now the thing is that gets amplified in my gear, right? So this 15% and this 15% is also amplifying it, plus, well, we don't have it set, but if we get attack defense or attack crit, then we would get the 20%, the 20% extra from the set plus the 30% from this, and it like accumulates like 1.7k or something CC in total, right? So that's really nice. That's really nice because it's just good. Okay, it's just numbers add up. Very nice. Now Rimuru doesn't have 5 pieces. When you have your units, you want to try at least and have 5 out of 5 pieces. Now it could be difficult for some free to plays and everything, but if it's an older unit or if it's like a really popular character, or like a character that's been out for a long time or has a lot of variants, then it's usually easy, because you can get outfits from just doing like affinity, like maxing out their affinity will give you one outfit. And if there's multiple versions, like let's say Matrona, right? I didn't want to get Matrona up. Oh, right, I have to do this one. Hello? There. I didn't want to get Matrona up, like her outfits and everything, because I was like, it's just PvE content. So I got her affinity up on this one. And I got her affinity up on this one. And that's 2 outfits already, right? And then you also get the outfit from just having this unit, right? Like her base outfit also goes to this outfit. So if you have another unit of the same type, you want to get like their stuff maxed out too, or at least get them to UR and their affinity maxed out so you can get their cosmetic as well, right? Just a little cosmetic tip. All right. Anyway, next thing is, and that's like the most important thing that people like, I guess they don't do. Okay, also there's holy relics, but that's like unit specific. But obviously they give you base stats, and some give you more, some give you less. Some are just made to only give you CC, right? Like Ludos. And they obviously matter a lot. Now the next thing is, and that's the most important thing is, your gear. If you don't have good rolls, you won't have good, what do you call it? You won't have good CC. Now when I say rolls, I don't just mean the base stats. So one, you want to have full base stats, right? You want to have only attack on this. This is attack, by the way, right? You see this right here, attack, and this same symbol, it's attack. I know it's Japanese, but it is attack. So it's giving me 15% attack, right? All 3% rolls. This has given me 14.6% defense. And this has given me 15% health, right? And you want to have this on both sides. Don't try and get freaky and stuff. Outside of PvE, like in PvE content, you can do some stuff. Like I have some pieces, like I have this one that's crit chance, and that's for Brunhilde or King, I think. No, this is for King. Yeah, I gave this to King. And then I have this like pierce rate one, which is for Lilia. But well, that's very unit specific. But for the most part, you just want to have base stats for every unit, okay? Because that's the thing that's going to give you the most CC. If you have a lot of crit chance in this, that's not going to give you CC. It's going to give you like 50 CC or something. So you want to have base stats, right? And you want to have them rolled high, because if they're not rolled high, if you have them at like 2.7%, right, which I think is low. I think when you roll for your stuff, you should put it to 2.8. I think 2.8 is perfect. 2.7 you can also do, but it's 25 extra hammers if you don't get lucky. So I don't like doing it. I think 2.8 is fine. 2.7 you could do, and you just hope you get lucky, I guess, right? Especially if you're short on anvils. But I think 2.8, that's how I roll at least. Anyway, the next thing is the base set of the gear also matters. This is giving me 277 attack, just flat out, right? And I could get it to 280, but it's so hard getting this right because you can't hammer it, so it is what it is. This one I got lucky on. I have almost at max. That's giving me 519. The gear on the left gives you more base stat than the gear on the right. A lot more. So this orb right here is giving me 8,318 health. This one's giving me double. So yeah, the stuff on the left is a lot more health. And also UR engravings give you more stats for that gear because it's not SSR, it's UR, right? So I'm getting an extra 4k health from this being UR. Which also plays into my CC, obviously, and into my stats and making them higher. And same with this one, right? I'm getting bonus defense in this one. I think this roll is bad. Oh no, I have one that's like one gear that is very badly rolled, I think, like base stat wise. Okay, well, I don't, I guess. Anyway, you want to have this like high. You want to have this like at least like is this, if this is 390 to 520? Let's say I'll be generous. I think the lowest you should do is like 485. If it's like 480, just reroll it again until you get something higher. Because it does matter. It does go a long way if you have, like you said, extra 20 that gets amplified by everything, right? So that's important. And if you have like 12% rolls or 10% rolls, and that's why your CC is low. That's why you don't have that much. Now the next thing is, and that's more for your whole team, is when you have your units. I made this a C team, by the way. I made this quick. I don't know if that's my highest CC or not. Probably not, but some units I know that have pretty good CC, so I put them on there. My trainer melee isn't 6'6", so he doesn't have that much CC. Anyway, so this is the team, and then the thing that matters is your links. Now, if I go to Camilla, I don't think. Wait, hold on. She might be. Okay, she's 3'6". Let me get a 1/6 unit. Shuna's 1/6. So if I equip Shuna, I get 5%. I give 5% of her stats to this unit, to this king unit. Now in geared, it also matters that she also has gear. Now she has UR gear, but I didn't go too crazy on hers. It's just 14% for the most part. What do you call it? Yeah, so I get 5% of her stats, right? So if she's geared, right, that's better. If it's geared PvP, you want to make sure all your links are also geared. She's given 5% of her stats because she's 1/6. And for each ult level, you give 1% more stats. So my Joel is 6/6, so he has 5 extra ult levels. Instead of 1/6, he's 6/6, that's 5 extra. So he gives 10%. So he gives full 10% of his stats to King. And obviously that makes a big difference because you give double the amount of stats that you would if you're not 6/6. So even if it's an association, like let's say you really want this bond link, right? Because he gets 12% lifesteal, then 10%, if he was 1/6 and he would only give 5%, like just use a different character you have, like this blue Zeldris that gives 10%, because you'll get more stats and you'll get infinitely more CC that way, right? So you want to prioritize your 6/6 links. If they're SR units that have a good association and everything, you can get those up as well because they're easy to get up. But anyway, links matter. You want to have them 6/6. If you don't, then just use the highest ult levels you have, or maybe you can like check, oh, this would give me more CC. Like the one as like 4/6 will give me more CC than Taizu at 6/6, right? Obviously, because his stats are just that much higher that he makes up for the difference. But yeah, links matter a lot. You want to have them 6/6. Fate links like this Escanor, they give 1k unconditionally as well. Like this right here is combat class plus 1000, easy clap. It's just 1k straight, which is why they don't do fate links anymore, because they don't want to ruin the whole CC economy in Grand Cross. Yeah, the next thing is box CC. Now just flat box CC will give you a HP buff. So I'm at 8 million right now, so I get 13%, right? I think you should just try and get to 4 million at least, and I'll tell you how. 4 million, 12% is a big jump from the 3.5 million, 10.5, and then you get 12, right? And then it's slow, right? 6 million gives you 12.5, and then 8 gives you 13%, which is why I think box CC is mega overrated. Obviously, if I can get to 12 million now, that's a huge jump, right? Because that's a whole 2% extra. But just this like 0.5 and everything, unless you know you have the capabilities from going 4 to 8 million, I wouldn't push it too much, but at least try to be at 4 million, I think, personally, right? From my viewpoint, unless you care about top 100 and stuff. But if you care about top 100, you're spending a lot of money and you don't need my tips anyway. All right, just for like decent CC, 4 million I think generally is fine. If you can get to 8 million, that's nice though. Anyway, we have these constellations as well. This just gives you an unconditional like 13% HP buff, and we all know HP is the best CC stat. That's why it's really good. So you want to get your box CC up, and I'll tell you how in a second. What's an easy way of doing it? Now, yeah, we also have these constellations that are pretty much just like say how much do you invest in units and how much money do you have, and how much box CC do you have, how many units do you have level up, how many units do you have outfits for, ult levels for, how many units have you sucked their toes off, whatever. I don't like the system. I think it's bad. I didn't even know there's a 7th one. I mean, makes sense, but anyway, this system you can kind of just disregard. Like, just do it. Like, just let it auto do it. It gives you stats. It's pretty good. If you have the choice, go for the big green crystals because they give you health, and that's pretty good. That's all there is to it. Now, next thing is how do you increase your box CC? Now, if you do this and you click this, you can see which units have gear on right now and which don't. Now, I don't push for box CC, so you'll see a couple units without gear. But anyway, what this is pretty much just you want to have all your units equipped. So if I go lower, right, let's go to like this Lost Vein Meliodas right here. You want to go to units and you want to give them a basic ass just HP defense set, and then just level up the belt. You want to level up the belt because we know left side gives you the most stats and HP gives you the most CC. So you want to level up the belt. The rolls don't matter, right? If you get lucky, you get lucky. I have a couple of these, but mostly like if I just go for my units right here, you'll see a lot of these just have like a basic set equipped, right? And then the HP stuff is increased, right? The belt's leveled up, and sometimes the orb too. And that's what you want to do, right? Just full HP defense, and then just level up the belt as much as you can. Don't care for the rolls. The base stats you get from leveling up a belt from like 1 from like 1 to max is enough, right? Because you get a lot of stats from this, and that will help you push your CC a lot, like a lot. Like your units will go from like, here's 36k CC right now, right? If I remove this, which I'm gonna hate myself for, boom, it goes to 26. So I get a 12k CC, and you do it on like 20 units, right? Then you're gonna have 240k extra box CC just like that, like super easily, and you can get it a lot higher obviously as well. I'm gonna have to equip, I think it was a defense one, and then it was one of these, and then I have a lot of HP rings, I guess. Oh right, yeah, I can just equip this then. I need a health one, thank you, and then I need a health one again. There we go. Okay, so yeah, 4-piece thingy. If you don't have any like extra gear, you can just click the like auto button for gear, but I have like the like extra UR gear sitting around for different pieces, so ignore that. And yeah, leveling up all your units also is gonna help, right? I don't really care for box CC, so I don't push it. For the most part, mine's natural. Like I push for I pushed for 5 million when I had like 4 million, and then I stopped. I was like, okay, cool. I just get this naturally from units. So it's just like this. But you want to check this, and then you can also check like ult levels, right? Like this, and you want to have as many max units as you can, because obviously that's a low CC that you would have. Same with holy relics. Yeah, you want to give the holy relics to the people that have a holy relic if you farm the stuff enough, because it does give you a lot of CC as well. And that's, I think, it, right? Just have good rolls on your gear, have 6/6 links. Some units just have higher CC than others. There's a website for that. If I remember, I'll link it. If not, it's whatever, bro. You'll know yourself. Festivals are usually in the higher ranks, and there's some like outliers here and there. And that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other question regarding CC, let me know. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, that's it from me. Good job.